All right, so you just saw the playthrough of this John Paul McGee approach to In the Midst of It All. And now we're gonna do the breakdown. So we are going to be in the key of A flat today, y'all. Our scale for A flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All right, so before we actually dive into this, I just want to say, if you don't know, if you haven't learned the original version, I think something that's always great, like when we break down these reharms and when we do these transcriptions, it's always good to learn the original version of the song first. So don't jump into the super complex version. Learn the simple, I mean, even like, actually, I would say the original song is not simple. So the original song is already pretty complex. It has a lot of amazing movements. One of my favorite pianists / gospel producers of all time, Kevin Bond, actually played and produced this record. It's by Yolanda Adams, In the Midst of It All. And so go back, listen to the original version. There will be a breakdown of the original song in the Academy as well that's available. So check that out before you dive into this, okay? So let's get into it now. We're gonna break down section by section. The first section goes like this. All right, so let's just look at that first chord progression. We're hitting an E flat, which is the 5, going 5, and then we got this progression, which is like a 2, 5, 1. And then we hit the 5 again, kind of like with some big octave jumps. Okay, so 5, and then we got this voicing, which I'm kind of looking at as like a B flat minor voicing. But you could also look at it as a suspended 5 chord, a suspended E flat chord. All right, but here it is. If we're looking at this from the 5, this would be like the root, we got our root here, 4th, flat 7, 9, 4, 13. All right, that's the 2. And then this is gonna be the 5 dominant voicing. And this is like a flat 9, sharp 11, or flat 9, flat 5. So this is our 5. And then we go here. And this is gonna be our 1. And this is these chord voicings from the top are beautiful. They're very open, they're very spaced out. You got some nice extensions and stuff in here. Nice color tones in there. All right, and then this is our 1. And we got the 7th, the 3rd, the 6th, or the 13th, 7, 9, and 5. Okay, so that whole progression I'm thinking about as like a 2, 5, 1, or a 5 suspended, 5 dominant to the 1. But that's the first move, cool? So let's move forward. And then we got so this progression, I'm thinking, I see it as a 6 with like a bunch of inner voice movements. A 6 dominant to the 2. 2 chord, okay? But what's happening is we're playing these rootless, just like this. This 2, 5, 1 and this 5, 5, 1 is rootless. We're doing the same thing with this 6, 2. And this is really funky with the color that's and the like note choices in here. But here's a first chord. I'm looking at this as like a suspended F. So flat 9, 4, and this is your 7th. All right, and then we're gonna like walk this down. Or actually, let's do this. I don't think that B flat was in there, so we'll do this. Going to here, really dissonant, really crunchy chord. And then we're landing on this, we're resolving it to like an F dominant. So, suspended, dominant. Okay? And that's on the F. Whoops. to the 2. And then the way he voices it, really open, just 4 notes. And this is based off of B flat. So that's our 2. And then we're adding in more fullness, more color, more chord tones. All right, so. So all together from the top. And that's the 2, okay? So we got 5, 1, and then 6, 2, and then we got this. This is a really funky chord too. One thing you don't get from this video is some new chords, some new voicings too. I'm thinking like A flat minor in the right over this shape in the left. A flat, B flat, E. And I'm twanging into this B. So this resolves to da, da, and then only thing I'm changing in my right hand is going from B to A flat. My left hand completely changes chords. So we go from here to here. Okay. Da, da. That's what we got. And all of this, I'm looking at it over D flat. It's like a D flat minor chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking at it like a 4 minor chord. Because what our left hand is playing is pretty much that D flat minor 6 chord, right? Right hand is playing an A flat minor triad, which is giving me the 5th, the major 7th. It's giving me a major, a minor 7th and a 9th. So, and just because it's so low, it kind of muddies up the chord and the harmony. In a good way though. And then from there, we have all that. So, the next part. We're playing this, which is like a C augmented chord, but I'm thinking of it as the 1 chord. For some reason, it just looks like a 1 chord to me.